Hello, my name is Sippies, you can call me B, and welcome back to another not Otome gameplay. It's Doki Doki Literature Club, which is a game I've been fond of since the year it came out, which I think is 2017. But obviously, I'm not going into it blind or anything, but I just. Something I really wanted to record and stuff, so here we are. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Take that warning seriously. If somehow you don't know anything about this game, take the warning seriously. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. I have both, but I know what I'm getting into. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. Doki Doki! Do, do, do. I miss my girlies. I love my girlies. Okay. Okay. Please enter your name. What should we name our guy? Well, don't ask me why. I don't know. No. Reginald. Hey! Listen! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but it's only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I don't know. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Reginald. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. Guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Sayori. We cross... Excuse me. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Reginald, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whoever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright.
I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise you... Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. 'Cause she adorable. I guess seeing her worrying so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but start with the anime club. Hello?
Sayori?
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I caught you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's just going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you can come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Ugh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And asking me cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or is she so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yay! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Oops. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone! The new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori's always saying nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy?
I love her.
Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Reginald! What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You could just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest of the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Reginald. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Reginald. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated that look like tiny cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, and then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turned the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is he waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Ooh, why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy.
The tsundere. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea always help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club?
You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all their effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Reginald, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship about them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Definitely not nothing. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Huh? What's that?
Well,
Netsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Try not to be too loud. It's easy to be super loud when trying to go that high. Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Reginald? Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought.
We're singing! Reginald.
You're all...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club.
One by one, the girl's eyes lights up.
Yeah! I'm so happy!
Again, it can't be too loud. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey, you really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting and we all can share. Monica looks over at me once more. Reginald, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Reginald, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika.
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
I guess that starts with writing a poem today. Tonight. Woo them, Reginald, woo them.
It's time to write a poem. Pick the words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen, whoever likes your poem the most. I'm gonna do Sayori. I know that's a Yuri word. That's a Yuri word. Peaceful. Yuri likes big words or more complex or dark stuff. Natsuki likes cute things and Sayori likes a mix. In my hand, yes, a pen that'll write a poem for. Extraordinary. Daydream. Amazing. Hopeless. Look at her.
Hopelessness! Yay!
Prayer. Joy. Excitement. Uh-oh. Death.
Yay! Death!
Tears.
Tears.
Sunny. Romance. Depression. Happiness. Adventure. Dark. Pain. Oh, clumsy.
Yeah!
Just like me, for real, for real. Unrequited.
Yay!
Shame. Shame. Perfect Sayori. Yeah. Hi again, Reginald. Oh shit, I forgot to save. You don't know why I was wanted to do a perfect run, but that requires backtracking, and now I can't. Oh well, normal run it is. Hi again, Reginald. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my... Oh, wait. Need to do one of the side stories. Trust.
Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat to take attendance, okay? I miss the big club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interest. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her table, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late started to catch up to her. So quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner so soothing. Me. Hello? Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this.
Is this the napping club?
No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club.
Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a second.
I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that.
Don't apologize, I do that all the time.
Oh.
Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everyone?
Well, about that, this is everybody.
Really? Just you?
But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it.
Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president.
Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications?
Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president.
Now you're making fun of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name?
Sayori.
Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it is really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know. I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president.
I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry, that isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least?
Well, no. I want to join now.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so...
Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way.
Monica! That's such a cool name.
Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up.
But you're smiling.
Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it.
So, what do we do first?
Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with new ideas to recruit club members.
I can do that.
Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission.
My mission is to make everyone happy.
Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it.
Hey, do you like hugs?
I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go.
Some people can really just use a hug sometimes. Besides,
Sayori whispers loudly,
hug energy is what keeps me at my best.
Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people.
Yeah, me too. A day passes and the time comes for the Literature Club, Monica and Sayori to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding up a sheet of paper.
Sorry, I'm late, I'm here.
It's okay, welcome back.
And...
Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this?
Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it.
Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori?
Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper.
Huh?
I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed.
Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often?
I do, but I'm not sure I'm not anywhere as good as you are.
Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again. A week later, I write it and I'm like, wow, this is stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that.
Aw. You should have more confidence, you know? In yourself, I mean. You're the club literature... You're the club literature... You're the literature club president!
I guess you're not wrong there. I need to be like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision a club doing something like that.
Doing what?
You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah! I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right?
Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me, well, even though it was by accident.
Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future.
I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together?
My brainstormed so hard! It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster.
Yes, it is, Sayori. Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes.
I was hungry. But it's a good idea. Isn't it?
Let me think about this. I mean, when will we have the chance to give people cupcakes?
You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers?
I'm kind of, like, worried that they would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know?
Wrong kinds?
People would just come for cupcakes and then leave.
Oh, nobody would do that.
Yes, they would.
That would be mean.
But you know, I'm gonna find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it.
Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club.
Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How will we know if they're just reading for fun?
Well, we can ask them. But then we'll be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Whoa, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that.
I'm useful.
I never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would we tell everyone when handing them out? I don't want them to be like, join the literature club. Let's find out how we can better engage people.
What if we told them about club activities and stuff?
What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, but pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club?
Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club.
What the heck?
Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. His name is Reginald.
Okay, what if I said, like, we do a group reading and discuss it together?
I would probably nap through that.
That's you, Sayori.
Yeah, but it doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. You need to really catch your interest, you know? Ugh.
This sucks. Why is this so hard?
Monica, don't be sad.
What do you like about literature, Sayori?
Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like express yourself in ways you normally can't do. Like express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing normal day or talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate.
Yeah. How do we get that across to people? Be like, express your true self.
Be intimate with us.
Okay, that's kind of...
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh!
What? What is it?
I forgot all my things in my classroom! I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me.
Rushed, but weren't... never mind. You want to get your stuff then?
I'll forget if I don't do it now.
Well, I'll wait for you then.
Okay, it'll only take a second.
Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart? No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame.
Monica!
You startled me.
Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book.
Reading a book?
Let's hurry and recruit her.
Wait, are you sure she's just not doing homework?
I could tell she was really into it.
Well, I guess we can take a look.
Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. The two depart the classroom, with Sayori leading the way.
This way!
You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper.
See? In here!
Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this.
You should go inside and talk to her!
Me?
You're the president, and I know it'll probably scare her away.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom.
That was fast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out.
That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club.
I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting to discuss various different types of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two ended in a better spot from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this?
Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting down on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself.
Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart? That's so cute!
I thought it was a little overdramatic.
But,
Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment.
You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I feel like I could tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, but...
Would you call yourself a perfectionist?
Yeah. Yes, definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try the hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So, I'm just really afraid of deviating from that. The vision.
What's the vision?
It's... Monica pauses to think and then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to. Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart.
I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of everyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you.
Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the movement is the afternoon sun. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home?
You tell me. You're the president.
In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow.
Me too.
Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few I need a few minutes still.
Oh, I can wait.
That's alright. I just want some alone time.
In that case,
Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica.
Good luck.
Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room, I mean. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for this self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it's something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just want to start a club with more passion.
Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who is forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly noticed a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems.
Become a flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew it just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die. And you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in. The prosperous field is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I decided I must become the flower.
What the? Wait, Sayori?
Woohoo, ain't that lovely? I'm gonna be right back. Back to ddlc. Oh, I accidentally put new game. Oops. Or not? Wait, what? I did save. Yeah, what? Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? I thought I saved. I was playing the goddamn game. What the hell? Hi again, Reginald. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Reginald. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Reginald always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, just because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hey. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Reginald can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird position she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh no, what do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it.
First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Oops. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on one of Sayori's conversations with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what the literature club is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, It just needs some way to showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Turn into a microwave.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
If we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori's taking this very seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
I guess we could.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
Whoa.
I open my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. I know, I checked.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, You need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. Please give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Eh?
Sayori glances down at herself.
How's it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking out all around here. Or my fingertips to the side of Sayori's hair, just trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But no one would ever notice that.
Of course they would. No one's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me for it later. Oh lord, this scene. Once you see him how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is it?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend to do these kind of things.
Don't say that. You made me feel weird about it. Stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this.
Aren't you?
Are you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Doesn't this thing ever even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
Ugh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Ooh, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
If I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that's like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he won't even let you do things like this. You take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Give her a good bonk.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Reginald, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Same girl. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same myself. Who would I show my poem to first? Sayori! I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good! Reginald?
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's a part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Reginald poem! And that makes it extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Hee hee. I'm really happy that I set the bus. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Reginald. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this or for other people is something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori really sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'll hold you to that then.
Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to get me out of bed, help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there is no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Natsuki. Well, this is about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly.
The music.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yep. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And being through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that when they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I probably shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a son of a bitch. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils in my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood its test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicker back. The light flickers, I flickers back. And then flickens? I am sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I guess I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Reginald. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, as soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't really thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I have to keep on trying. I'm counting on you.
Monica.
Hi, Reginald. Have a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Reginald. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's where the barrier we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would write.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. If you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has a kind of gentle feeling to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own.
And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It will take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
I'm not sure if I know how to put, but I guess you could say I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because I'm kind of coming on strong. Because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Ooh, guess that's for everyone. Glance around the room. That's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can't stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand.
Guess you can say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did he just completely miss the symbolism or something? He's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Yeah? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Reginald did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Reginald liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Reginald appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my voice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size as soon as Reginald started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Reginald, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Convoluted. You mean you should jump out to the reader, not forcing them to have to figure it out. Blah, blah. Help me explain that to her, Reginald.
Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? You understand that, right, Reginald?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be, help me, Sayori.
Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori.
Eh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How could the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Reginald. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, so unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president. I whispered to Monica. Oh wait, I thought that was... So this is why Sayori's the right vice president. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious she knows exactly what... Sip of water. She may be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Reginald, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something for your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded to myself with newfound determination.
Reginald! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That was really the first time I seen them fighting like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. You can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, Reginald, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation that I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really have to stop there? We just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. Said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an initial monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Poem time, poem time, poem time, poem time, poem time, poem time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Empty. Lazy. Together. Joy. Do 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 do. Happiness. Do 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 do. Prayer. Do 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 do. Romance. Do 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 do. Tears. I guess tears. Childhood. Do 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 do. Laugh. Do 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 do. Hopeless. Yay. Do 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 do. Depression. Yay. Do 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 do. Suicide. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Where's one? Awesome. Sunny. Peaceful. Death. Okay. If it does it again, I am going to be pissed. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club's tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I am so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kind of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I needed the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other.
I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I am sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy.
No, I don't blame you for looking. You would at least needed to check it to see if it was mine.
Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I'll think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something?
Promise you what?
Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That is the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently.
I promise you if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise.
Me too.
As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind him, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry?
Huh? But what about recruitment?
It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know?
There's no way I can say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything.
That's fine. I think I'll just need, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your feelings to see where it takes you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good.
It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you can find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way not to get stuck right at the beginning.
I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down.
No, keep it!
What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot?
Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want.
But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot" and stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote that down, what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to.
I believe in you.
Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues to exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly cute. It's cute. Surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. After a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, I did not say echo.
Thanks for letting me know.
But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement,
Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Whew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating.
I can tell how hard you're trying and it's making me happy. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems.
You don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for a club. I won't be so picky about the language.
Yay, let's do it.
Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one in the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely, common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only became heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to take a break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself, for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs a pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she felt compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes, "This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain." Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here.
Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk.
Bad day? Me too.
You too?
The new flyer looks good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down and stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it.
Sometimes I want to die.
Sayori?
This is really, really hard for me.
Her voice shakes.
So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me.
That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me I never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday.
I want to. It just feels right. Maybe it's part of the reason why I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared.
At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. She prepares herself to continue. Monica waits in gentle silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kind of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier just to smile and help everyone else be happy.
But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, people would worry about me and ask what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seem to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too?
I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially if you've been trying so hard to express it yourself, too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means so much to me.
Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave, I don't even compare. Monica steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Aww. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Though their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that had passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I am worthless and everyone will be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down from her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything and it just feels like everyone has to put up with me. And I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. Now I'm making you put up with me and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This is not putting up with you. This is just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows. Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any other good friend would do. You have so much value. To me and your other friends, too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. Your coming here was the best thing that could ever happen. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought us a vision. You also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy.
Thanks. You're the best.
No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this all up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods.
It's scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people.
Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage to do it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Wow, that made me tired. And hungry.
Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up to it.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Okay. 2 hours! Holy shit. Well, I was recording for 2 hours. Well, yeah, first I'm going to check to see if it does the thing again. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end it here. If you watched this, thank you so much for watching it, and yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say, but see you next time, I guess. Bye.